Hey guys, so this video is going to be a braces versus Invisalign comparison video, basically, like which do you get, which is better. And personally, I've had braces and Invisalign before, so I feel you guys, I feel you. And so if you may be watching this video like trying to figure out which one you should get, or if you've had one and you may get the other or something like that, it's just sort of like that, just to help you out, just so you know like what you're getting yourself into, basically. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start with Invisalign first, just kind of going over like things to think about before you get them, because right now I have Invisalign. I'm done with braces, so that's good. Definitely. This is, so they come in little packages that look like this, basically. And things to consider before getting Invisalign is you have to know that you do have to take them out before every meal. Like, I mean, before I didn't really think about it that much. I was like, yeah, that's not that big of a deal. But really, like, you have to take it out before you eat every meal, and then you have to brush your teeth after every meal. I mean, a lot of people already do that anyway. But you have to, like, think, like, even if somebody's like, hey, you want to try this jelly bean or whatever, say somebody brings jelly beans, you would have to take out your Invisalign just to eat like the one jelly bean if you want to try a jelly bean. And you have to have these in for 22 hours a day, which is what it says. I mean, I'm sure it's fine if you like can't put it back in and you have to go a little bit longer, but you do have to have this in quite a bit. Yeah, so, and you don't just get one. Like, I guess since I had already had braces, I don't know what I was really expecting. Like, this is what they look like. I was sort of just expecting like it to just be like one. I don't know why I was saying that, but you actually get, on mine it says there's 46 of these. I don't really know, like, I think it may just depend on how much, like, you know, how many, like, how much your teeth need to be moving. But yeah, so you'll get like 5 of these boxes, and they are full of just different Invisaligns. There's like, I think like 12 in each or something like that. So yeah, so that's Invisalign. And so yeah, it actually does, like, sometimes I'm sort of like, I should have just gone with braces again. Like, I should have just got braces because I was supposed to have like the beginner braces and then like another set of braces, and then I had the choice between that or Invisalign. And yeah, so like I was just it's like, it's really is more, I don't really think that you like understand how many times you eat a day, or like even just like you go out and you'll just like eat like 3 chips or something like that, or it's like a couple of bags of like a bag of chips or something, and you have to take your Invisalign out all that time. And but with like, so I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have got braces, because with braces, like, okay, so on braces it does hurt for like the first like week, couple of days, and it really hurts when you do have to tighten it. They'll, like, if you get like a retainer as well as braces. So I've had all of it. I've had retainer, braces, and Invisalign. So yes, I understand, and rubber bands. But the thing with braces is, yeah, they will tighten like the expander, and that is what really hurts, because it just like, it feels like your whole mouth is closing in on you, basically. So that is something that I didn't enjoy about braces, of course, but that doesn't, like, that's just for like the first couple of weeks, and then after the first couple of weeks, it's like, or months sometimes as well, it's like you don't think about them anymore. Like, they're in there. I mean, you don't, for me, I'd never really thought about it. I just like, somebody would be like, oh, you know, like if somebody would bring it up or something, then I'm like, oh yeah, I do have braces still. Like, if you really just don't want anything to show, like, and you're super serious about it, and you would take out the Invisalign before every meal and put it back on right after every meal or every snack, whatever, and you really like anything better than braces, anything at all, then yeah, Invisalign. Like, it's really not that bad having braces, unless you really are just like, I don't want anybody to see me with braces, you know, then, but if you're not going to, yeah, I would say you could go, I think braces isn't that bad, really, because after you just get used to them, it's just like you don't really think about it. I only had to wear my rubber bands in at night. Sometimes it feels like, yeah, your whole mouth is like gonna close in on you, and the process of both is like ugh, it's so bad. But when you get braces, remember it is really awful, like when they take them off. Like, that is the other thing. Like, I did not want to go through that again. But what I did not know about Invisalign is you actually, okay, so what they do is they have this little like silver drill thing sort of, and then they go and they take off this thing like the glue that's attaching it, and so it'll just like it's horrible. It smells so bad. I don't even know like how to describe it. It's just so bad. It's like that, it's sort of like when somebody scrapes their fingers like on a chalkboard. Like that's what it feels like it's so awful. And I did not want to go through that again with braces, and I mean that is just like a really good reason not to want to get braces. But what I didn't know, and this is kind of why I'm making this video, is if you get Invisalign, they still do put on these things right here. Okay, you can't really see it, but there's like this little white thing on me. It's like glue or whatever, or something, so that I can attach the rubber bands for my Invisalign. So, like, if you do, then you'll have that on there. Just for the Invisalign, yeah, like rubber bands, sorry, not Invisalign. So I will still have to do that drill thing. So like that was sort of a waste, I guess, or something. For mine, it's the same price, so I don't think price wise really is a big deal because it's like the same exact thing for us. But I don't know how your orthodontist does it, but that's how it is for mine. So that wasn't a really big thing to consider or anything. Yeah, so, but then anyway, back to braces real quick. When you do have braces, yeah, you'll forget about it, sorta, like, just for me, and you really, like, but I love gum, like, I love to chew gum, and, like, I can't have braces, because I chewed gum anyway. Like, I think everybody, like, after the first couple of months, you're like, oh, it's okay to eat these chips, and like, it doesn't really pop out anything. Like, it doesn't really mess it up. I guess maybe be careful, but I never had a problem with anything popping out when I would start eating chips and, like, gummy worms and stuff. So, definitely consider that. Because, yeah, a lot of people will do it just because, like, they're like, I have to have my chips or whatever. You can still, like, eat a lot of foods. Like, another thing with Invisalign was, like, the orthodontist would be like, yeah, and you can eat whatever you want or whatever. I'm like, but you have to, if you have it in for, like, 22 hours a day, like, after you eat or whatever and, like, get some gum and stuff, it'll just, like, I feel like it'd just be too long, and then you just put it back in, but, yeah. And you also, like, after the first couple of days, you will have to, like, brush out the Invisalign, too, and not just, your not just your teeth and then put it on. You cannot put the Invisalign back on if you have not brushed your teeth because that is just disgusting. It'll get super gross. Invisalign is pretty gross. You have to like snap it out basically. I don't have it in right now because I just ate and I decided just to make this video and real quick. But yeah, so just consider that too. Like it really is just a lot. And yeah, so rubber bands, I know some people with braces have to wear them throughout the day, and sometimes that gets annoying too, because you do have to take them out. So for you that don't have, like, for you that don't have, like, have never had anything, and, like, this is all new to you, when you are getting the molds for your braces and your Invisalign, it will be, like, the worst 10 seconds of your life, just so you know. They put in, like, I don't even know what it is. It's like, you don't really know what they're doing, and then, like, you realize, like, I had that in my mouth or whatever, because obviously you can't see it or whatever. But they'll have this, like, stuff. It's like it's like a mold, and then they have, like, different flavors or whatever of your mold. Some people don't do the flavor. Some places don't do the flavors, though, and they'll just put it in. It's sort of like a soft rubber clay feel, like so that they can have your teeth, and they'll push it into your mouth, and it like pushes against the roof of your mouth, and it feels so gross. Like literally, if I think that like I would have thrown up if they had that in there for like more than 5 seconds, like 5 seconds longer. It was so bad. Like, so they'll hush it in, and it's like, it's really bad. It's hard to explain, but it's horrible. And so, and also, yeah, and then so after that, they also have, like, these, this, like, blue thing, it sort of, like, makes you look like a goat or something, and it'll, like, kind of push your mouth, so that they can put the brackets on and stuff. And it really hurts. It's like it's making your mouth like stretching out your whole mouth. So that's another thing. Like I can't even remember. Like I don't think they did that when I had Invisalign, but I can't remember. I've had Invisalign for like I think I'm on the 21st tray thing, like 21st of these, so I think I've had it on for like 21 weeks. You do have to change out your Invisalign once a week. It's not just one tray, like I thought. I don't know if you guys would ever think that or whatever. But it's not just one tray. There is going to be like 46 of them. And you do change them out once a week. And Invisalign doesn't really ever hurt. It just sometimes will hurt like after you've had it in for a little while. So like, or when you, I meant like when you move on to the next tray, then it'll hurt for like a little, probably like the first couple of days, because it is just, I think it gets like a little bit tighter each time or something like that, or just like different. And so if your mouth hasn't, so if your teeth haven't fully moved from the last one and they're not exactly, like if they're just going a little bit slower than they should or something like that, then it may hurt. It will hurt like on the new ones, but sometimes it feels good. Like sometimes I'm actually like addicted to having my Invisalign in. It just actually can sometimes feel really nice. Like it's sort of like pulling or whatever, but it just feels really good on my teeth for some reason. I don't know like if you guys have had Invisalign before. I don't know if you think that, but I've just always thought, I've been thinking that a lot lately, like, oh my goodness, this feels really good on my teeth. I don't know. But yeah, so when I was getting Invisalign on, I don't know if I had that blue mouth stretcher thing, or I can't remember if they put that on at any time, but that was another thing that was just really bad. I know that it only lasts for like a little bit, but it scars you for life. It's like, it's so bad. Like, I would literally, like, that is actually one of the like a pro and con, like a thing that I would actually consider, because those things are just really bad. Like, think about your past self, you know, like, I was getting tortured at that time. Yeah, and I think that's about all. I think I went over most of the things, like, the main stuff, but if you guys have any other questions of, like, what it's like, and any other things that I didn't go through in this video, then you can comment those down below, and I will answer all your questions. So hopefully this helps you out with knowing which one you should get, Invisalign or braces, which is better. I'm not going to say, I still haven't figured out which I really like better, because there's just like so many different things that are different, and it's like things I like better about braces, and like that you don't have to take them off and stuff. But Invisalign is nice, like, not to have them being shown, and it does feel better on your teeth, and you don't have to go through all that stuff, but you do have to do that gross mold thing on both of them, just so you know. There's a book I would recommend you reading on braces. It's called Smile. It sort of looks like a comic. It's like a chapter comic book, basically. She has, like, I think 2 or 3 books about it, so you can just type in Smile, and Smile by, I don't remember her name, but it'll just have like a smile and then like a braces like on the cover. And I would definitely recommend reading that book, because it actually does talk about like that mold thing. She probably explains it better than I did. But if you want to know more about that book, I think I'll link it down in the description if you want to read it. So yeah, sorry if I rambled. I don't know if I ever got off on my rambling tangents in this video. I guess I'll have to see that when I'm editing. But, yeah, so if you have any more questions, you can just comment them down below. Hopefully this helps you out, like, with the pros and the cons and stuff. Yeah, and I think that's all for this video, so thank you all so much for watching. I'll try and reply to all your comments. I'm sure I can get to them. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.